Alright, it's Monday the 1st of May, we're back at Steve's job on this side. The other side has really kicked in since we were last here last Saturday, and that is looking $1 million, so we'll show you that in a sec. But what we're going to do today is we're just going to have a look at our work from last week. I came back and put a wetting agent on after, because of the wind last week I couldn't do it. And nothing's much happening in to do with seed, but we've got some nice growth from the existing lawn which needs cutting, so I'm going to show you today that we can do that and we're not going to damage anything or do any harm to anything. So let's crack on. Before we crack on with today's work, let's just show you what we've done in the past. We scalped, scarified, overseeded and top dressed the right hand side lawn, and we've come back today and we're going to give this a cut. And then a week later we followed on with scalping the left side lawn, where we did the same. We scarified it, overseeded it and top dressed it with the field compost number 4, and this is it now. Okay, so since our last here we've had a hell of a lot of water in terms of rain. Not watered this once. If you remember last year I was here every day watering just because it was so dry. So no seed has come through yet, but I fully expect that to start coming through in the next few days, just because the temperatures are getting up now and, like I say, all that water that's fallen. And like I just mentioned in the preview there, I came back and put the wetting agent on the next day, which is helping that water get through. So what we need to do is to keep on top of that growth that we've got with the lawn. We need to cut it. We're not going to do any harm, don't worry about it. We're just going to give it a trim, just so when the new grass comes through we're at the same height as the existing lawn, because what we don't want to do is just leave the existing lawn to grow, and then when we come to cut it, because the new seeds come through, we've lost that control, and then we're going to have to just keep it longer than we'd like. So we really want to keep this nice and short this year. So let's just quickly go over to the other side, and you'll see that this is looking absolutely beautiful. So we came last Saturday and we put the product range on. We put Stella, we put Orbit, Sopro and Great, and a dose of Equilibrium, and as you can see it's really thickened up nice, lovely and green. So we're going to need to cut this as well, but what I'll do is with this I'll go with the rotary first, just to take the majority of the grass off that we want to take off, and then we'll just fine tune with the cylinder after, and then this will look absolutely fantastic. So I'm really pleased with that. Even down here he's filled in really nicely, and if you remember last time this looks a bit of a mess, I'll just show you now. And even though it was a bit of a mess, it's come through lovely. Like I said, we can't let the rest of the lawn go just to protect that little bit. So we knew it was going to come back, just because we're at the beginning of the year in terms of the season. But if it was the latter end, yeah, we'd have a bit of an issue, but we always know it's going to come through first. So it's always best to do the damage now, because we know we can get it back. So yeah, so hopefully the sun will go in before we go, and we can just get an idea of how green this lawn actually is, just because the sun is masking it up there a little bit. So we'll crack on with the mowing. Alright, that looks looking really nice. Now, if we're just taking our time, we're not rushing it. If we overseed and say you put your fleece down and you lifted the covers off and you had a lovely thick lawn, you've got too much seed on there and you're going to have problems later on down the line. So we've got to let it build it up slowly over the weeks. You can still see plenty of gaps, but those will fill in over the coming weeks. Once we get some heat on it and some sunlight, it'll fill in. Just got a bit of a streak there where I think my spreader must have missed. I don't know how, because that is on the end of, like, where two passes join together, so it's, I can't understand how I've missed. So I'll have to have a look at the spreader to see if there's some gunk on there or something which is stopping it, and not had any problems anywhere else. Loads of worm casts about still, but yeah, looking really good. So what next for this? We'll just keep on with the seaweed, the Stella, Bio Boost, the Orbit and the Grace, and then this will just develop over the coming weeks. So let's go and have a look at the other side. So just give that a cut, nothing else today. Just did it on number 2 on the hater, just to keep that grass in check. And we'll then in a couple of weeks, I think the seed will be through and away, and then we'll be able to get the products on and then get that side looking as good as that side. Okay, that's that done for today. It's just a short one. I just wanted to keep on track with the progress so you can see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So what have we done? We've done a hater cut on that side just with the rotary, and on this side we did a rotary cut on number 2, and then we just polished it off with the cylinder. I'm not sure what height, just because the dial's broken on the side, but I've got some exciting news to show you at the weekend at Howard's, when I'm there showing you the results of the work we did a few weeks ago now in waiting in readiness for the coronation party that they're having. So we'll join you there on Saturday, but hopefully we'll get another video out before then. But if I don't, I'll see you there. So take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.